my side. Because if I'm over here, this is weird, and on top of that, if I go this way, he can put his knee now on my thigh here, come up, and he can start this baseball slide like he did in the drills. He can immediately start this baseball slide, just invertedly he can start. All I have is ankle strap over here, stagnant there, so he's going to learn that. So, back to half guard. So, anytime we're in half guard, the first thing I'm always going to tell people is I want, my first goal is whenever I'm in half guard is to get the same side underhook as the leg I have trapped. So if I have this leg trapped, I want to come in here and I want to grab this hand. Underhook, if I'm in gi, I'm going to latch onto the collar here. I'll latch onto the back of the gi. So I have a nice tight underhook grip and I can keep him pulled down and break his posture. This is key for a couple of things. If he's sitting up, he can use his arms and walk out, start pressuring into me, breaking, etc. And then that way he can start working his way down towards my hips and breaking the half guard pass. So here we have this posture broken, nice and we're snug here. Typically, my number one sweep that I like to go to in half guard is, for me, one of the most successful. And so while I have this grip here, I can come in and make a little space. And I'm keeping my half guard nice and not super tight. I'm not completely locking it, but I'm not doing this. My feet are usually touching in some fashion to make him think that there's still a lock there. No way does he ever feel like, oh, this is open, I can just kick my leg out. In some fashion, my legs are staying connected. So I come in and I make a little space from him, pushing on his opposite shoulder while I have this grip here. From here, I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna grab over the top of his foot and I'm gonna wrap my hands around his pinky toe. From here, I'm gonna pull that foot into me. I'm gonna shoulder it. I keep this grip. Keep this grip. Why let go? Once we're here, we go back to my shoulder. Now we're here. If I can keep these grips and he doesn't kick out immediately, I can either keep the grip or I can fold my arm over the leg and I can grip up here somewhere, whether it's on his knee. If he decides to be stupid and bring his arm down. If he decides to be stupid, we have a natural handle here. Now if he can't get this leg back, now we can fast. Again. Half guard. Always on the bottom leg side with the hip. The first thing I like to do is come in and grab an underhook on the same side of the leg. I grab as high up on the gi as I can. That way I have a nice handle and we're snug. Come in, strip out a little bit, and use his opposite shoulder to get my butt out a little bit farther if I need to, because I need to take this hand from here and go under his legs. I'm going to find the hole on the top of his foot here, shoot, and wrap my hand around his pinky toe. Grab him up top, pull his pinky. I haven't even moved my core yet. He's already off balance. He has to post now. I turn my hips and drop my shoulder, keeping my grip. And that is on bottom. One more time, real action. Half guard, come in and get my grip. Strap out, pinky toe. Partner up, give it a shot. Any questions, please let me know. 1, 2, 3. Pork and beans. Love it. Much better looking.
I was going to say, wait, hold on. Okay.
Now, pull up.
All right,
Keeping no grips.
You work in with you. The bigger guys
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
and
Delty swap.
2 smaller humans together. Probably would make it a little bit more.
6 foot.
Hey, then smash it up. This kid beats us. This kid beats everybody.
Oh, I know. I rolled the last time. Okay.
Keeping your grips.
Small humans.
Couple on each side, guys. Couple on each side. Which one you want to? Which one you want to?
Space. Come back out. This is how we be, right? So underhook. Now push this shoulder. Push up on my shoulders. Yeah, separate. Now you'll have to dive through.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're taking away, like when you're inside control, when you have guard here, his knee is what's kind of keeping him up. His hand is second doing a little bit. If I don't have his that hand doesn't matter. Right? So you just make sure you get that. So the idea of reaching down, see the inch hand. You're still inside. I'm sorry. Black belt, mowing along this morning. If you guys want to, just to kind of keep it going, you guys are landing in half guard on the bottom, so you can just kind of go back and forth. And then after you do it 3 times, this one with this one. Okay.
Kind of like.
Yeah.
There you go. So let's try that one.
This one's kind of this one. You get so close to this hand, you can still kind of like post up. That's this kind of stuff.
What am I doing wrong?
Eventually, this is going to hold your legs already gone. Against a big, strong guy, they're going to like resist, but you know how Eric teaches that kind of like inching forward thing. You can do that here. Once they stop, they'll stop you. Like they'll frame and they'll stop you for a second, but there's no keeping it if you just keep going. That leg's already gone.
Especially somebody like us. I got to give you a nickname because it's messing you. But I can feel whenever you're trying to stop, you're like so rigid. Man, that's it's got to be rigid all the way. So they're like a board, you know. Yeah.
But
1 or 2 more.
Honestly, though, if you have that toe holder,
you put me there last night. I was just like, really? One time I really like Eddie Bravo shows me a good way to get straight behind. Where I learned how to turn my shoulder into it as I fall.
that hurts. That's like
And those guys have
no doubt that those smaller guys, it's just a matter of time.
guys who know what's going on. It sucks.
All right, so again, for me, you know, that's high success rate. Like, I love that. I know that no matter what other fanciness or gobbledygook that I'm doing, I can always reach in for an underhook. Grab a pinky toe, hip in real quick. We're gonna get this sweet.
Yeah, you are.
Hit it all the time. Love it. Next one is gonna be my second highest. This is where I get a little bit more complicated.
Or a lockdown.
Go back to our half guard.
Yeah.
We don't have to necessarily do this from lockdown, but however, if you know me, you know that's where I'm going to be. And so half guard. And so whenever we get this half guard, so this time, I don't want to be here. I might want to be here to start this, but ideally, whenever I pull him on top of me, I want to then take my hand, my free hand that's not gripping his collar, and reach for this underhook. Whenever I got this underhook on this leg, his normal reaction is going to be to sit back up. When he sits back up, I cradle all the way into him. And now, you know, we're in this little baby snuggling little crap position. But I have my half guard, and I have this underhook. This hand, whenever I roll to whenever I make the choice, because this is not his decision, this is my decision. Whenever I make the choice to roll to my other side, his leg will stop, his leg will go from my elbow pit to my shoulder. I'm going to shoot my arm all the way to the sky, and his leg will now rest on my shoulder. And so we're going to turn, shoot my leg to the sky. I have kept my half guard the whole time. My half guard did not let go. Now we're here. One time here, if I'm in gi, the first thing I can do with this free hand is reach up and grab the opposite gi collar. And now we're in electric chair position. And I can start my stretch and see if he's going to tap to this pressure. If he doesn't, I can do one of two things. I can bring that leg off the head, or I can step over the foot. Leg off the head, I'm in side control already. Step over the foot, I'm in side control already. Either way we go, you're going to get a great position out of it if you don't get the side. So again, half guard. Never letting go of our half guard this whole sequence. So again, I can come up and start my underhook here, bring him in. I can grab up top. Whenever I finish, whenever we go into that baby cradle, I like to grab his belt. So I might start up here and then we switch. But ideally, at the end of the sweep, we're going to be here. So once we pull him down onto us, that gives us the opportunity to get our underhook. He's going to sit back up. Whenever he sits back up, we are Velcro now. And we're in this position. On our command, not his, on our time, we're going to now take this trapped hand, and we're going to shoot it to the sky and roll to our other side. Whenever we do, we will not let go of our legs. Our legs will stay trapped. And just shoot this hand to the sky. 1, 2, 3. Once we're here, again, I can do a little swing my elbow out to the side and pivot up, about like a little 12 o'clock. Keeping pressure on this arm, on this leg. We can grab the opposite collar, pull ourselves up, or we can immediately pass here. Does not matter. If I keep this, I can grab the collar and start the submission. But again, I can pass either leg. I can pass this over my head, or I can step out. I'm in side control either way. One more time. We'll go time. Here and grab my underhook. Bring me down. Questions? 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. We'll be walking around looking down.
You make it make sense, and then I try it.
This is one of the moves why I joined jiu-jitsu. Because this is magic to me. It is. Yeah,
Like make it look harder, does that feel better?
Your right hand's going to go to this. Right hand. Underhook arm's always going to reach forward.
So this one's like, if you get to this, a lot of like, push and then pull, and then that doesn't go right. Push, and then like, he sticks to the as you push him in, and he starts pushing in, all of a sudden you get that's kind of the feel.
I'll keep my feet.
You shove it over your head. Just like, you shove it over your head.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Just remember, white belt's hands.
Really?
You actually can't do this in the gi.
That's right. No, yeah, you can any pull back if you can.
Unless depending on the turn you do, because it's
Keep your half guard.
it's a type of submission that's
You won't tap somebody in tournaments or anything, but I have
it's pain compliance. But just be aware that if you do it in a gi, you tap somebody to the table.
Chair
Unless you go to like AGS.
step out or step
I
It just
like,
depends.
you
It
read
depends
stuff,
on.
you read stuff,
Yeah, it
you don't
depends on
have
the
to get
player.
away.
This will work very well in no gi. it's a hip submission or something like that. It's a hip because it's like yeah, things can go really weird with these kinds of submissions. No, I know,
Right here is like.
yeah, well, that's the problem. Is sometimes like somebody like you will be training for 6 months, all of a sudden you go to do your first 10 minutes. The thing that CJ showed me, and you go and hit it, and they're like, sorry.
Couple more, guys. Couple more.
I mean, there are some tournaments that let you heel hook in the gi. Go for it. If they let you do it, go for it. I always just like to make sure I put it in the heads of people who do potentially eventually compete. What is legal and what is not. Heel hooks are illegal in the gi anywhere, except for like very few tournaments. No gi is for like advanced NL because it can go from like kind of uncomfortable to like blown out knee very quickly. Not that arm bars are any safer, but there's a little bit more like room to like kind of wiggle your arm a little bit. You feel that arm straightening out. You have a few seconds. Heel hook you don't feel until all of a sudden your knee is just well, straight ankle lock is pretty much the only
As long as I'm keeping their arm flared up like this, your shoulders. Because if they go low, they can push back here as you try to sweep. But these two kids are trying to. If someone hears that we're behind the in, they don't have to coach it.
You knew that coming from half an hour or 2 that was kind of a
Which
newer,
is, I guess it was going to be the last thing that we were going to do is
it's kind of a newer
going to back control.
I don't see anybody tapping.
And so again, off this half guard, our number one key is always to get this same side underhook. You know, again, once we're here, if I'm in gi, I like to grab the back here and I like to lock down, so I keep it. If I keep it, he really can't use that arm to fight inside to get back good pressure on this inside against me, right? So, you know, we're going to keep it. And obviously for these first two sweeps, it was key to get this. And so for this one, it's going to be key too. We're going to keep this underhook and this half guard on the same side. So from here, I'm going to do the same thing that we did for the pinky toe sweep, is I'm going to first shrimp out and get off to this shoulder with the opposite hand, make some space. Whenever I'm ready, there's been a couple of ways I see people do this. Me, I shuck while keeping the grip. Some people will come in and pop and bring their head out, right? For me, I like using one hand instead of two. And so for me, I get it nice and tight like this. I wait for them to feel like they can move their hand, and then we shuck. And then as I shuck, I bring them back into me. And so we're here. Now I have passed his shoulder line. He's not gonna get that arm back in front of me. That arm's now I'm sorry, he's not gonna get that arm behind me. That arm's now in front of me. And so from here, I can use that same grip and start my come up. Slide my other hook in, start going for a half Nelson in some fashion, driving his head to the mat, etc. But really, it's just going to be about that motion right there. Half guard, if neither of these sweeps are working for you, or you feel like you can't remember the sequence or whatever, again, grabbing up high on this gi, flaring out that shoulder is uncomfortable for him. He wants to circle in and around, and he wants to get back inside, and I can keep this pressure closed off. So he has no real use of that arm for the moment. And so once we're here again, I can use that shoulder to bridge out while keeping tight here. And then one movement, I can shuck and pull him back to me. And once we're here, I'm keeping my chest on the back of this shoulder so he cannot swim back with his elbow and push into me. We're staying here. Once we're here, we keep this grip. I can now post and drive in and start going for a seat belt, going for a half Nelson, sliding my hook in, whatever, to make more secure on top for turtle. But again, key up top grip, come in, make my space while keeping my arm pushing up on his. That's not uncomfortable for him at all, and it makes it limited use. Pressure off, chuck, pull him back to me, keeping my chest into his shoulder. Come up top, seatbelt, hooks, half Nelson, whatever. Questions? 1, 2, 3, last one. Got a handful, make it tight. Yeah. And so keep my elbow from
it, bring that shoulder to your chest
And
in.
then once you're there, you
That arm back. His elbow clears.
that weird for like I have a torn shoe.
Yeah.
And so then I can take his hand, walk back here, and that's my
To do it for you, it's now like in transition. So like as you're shooting your big out, at the same time.
And now I can even move like that.
Oh, was there? Oh.
That feel a little bit. Yeah, exactly. And it's like a wrestler, like duck from Seinfeld.
So real quick, Brandon wanted to add something to
All right, guys,
that?
little detail. A lot of you guys will be going against dudes like Brody who like to roll. The other detail is, so two little things. If for some reason, like, this grip is going to be really good. This works for CJ. It's very successful for him. But if for some reason, like, you feel awkward here, and like you get here and you're like, oh man, my shoulder, like that kind of feels weird for me. Think about it. As you scoot your hips out, you're going to kind of do 2 for 1. You're going to scoot and shuck at the same time. Now I'm already out. I've done less movements. I'm already here, good to go. Again, you're going to go against small guys who like to roll. So sometimes when I go up, this guy's going to roll, and then all of a sudden it becomes like a weird scramble, and like, oh man, he was in turtle, now I'm kind of on my ass. Like that's not good. I did all that work. All right, so what we're going to do here, just a simple thing. We're already here. You got to this position. I'm going to grab a grip. I can grab a grip on like his belt here, and I'm just going to scoot and pull him towards me. And you see he gave me that back take. I'm still on my side. My leg is hooked nice. If I feel like he's getting out of this, I can just kind of hold on and just move anywhere. Move. We're chilling. We're chilling. Now I can hug and finish my back take. Okay, so some of you guys know that your opponent or your partners that roll like to scramble a lot. So just keep it simple. Once I'm here, I'm connecting my body to his body, because if I try to pull him, there's all this room, he's coming right back up on top. Okay? So think about getting my elbow onto his hip, and I'm grabbing somewhere here, and I'm trying to keep him connected to me as I just scoot and scoot. And if I feel like maybe he's going out this way, that's fine. I can start. I can get a collar and a belt grip, and boom, I'm back up on top. So no matter where he goes, I'm still kind of in an advantageous position. Do that a couple times, and then we'll roll. 1, 2, 3. You guys are scrambly dudes, so.
No talent, baby. All scramble. No talent.
Listen, bro, that's how I got my black belt. What are you talking about?
As long as I have examples.
Just your left hand's gonna go on the mat, and you're gonna left hand on the mat to help you scoot. Yeah, the scoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're moving yourself, and he's gonna fall right on top. He's just gonna fall. There's nowhere for him to go. Sit on your left hip. Sit on your left hip. No, but don't drag. But don't drag. You're really just scoot up. You're sitting. Look. You don't go up. Sit all the way on your hip. All the way on your hip.
What am I doing?
Now just scoot. Scoot. But get closer now. Here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Connect yourself to his hips. He's a big dude. So you gotta really like grab something on this side. It's gonna. That's okay. Just kind of pull him from there. Right? You're dragging him, but like you're not bringing him over. You're sitting on your hip, and then you're just kind of. He's a big dude. It's gonna be a little challenge.
There's like rollover chokes.
Yeah.
Or you're choking.
Exactly. So you guys got a little muscle to use. Sit on. You can, yeah, there you go. Yeah, the hand grip will work too, because that's a little bit more attached to him. So yeah. Or if their belt has come off at some point, jab it.
Grabbing a belt and using your legs to push their ass off. Right, so it's going to jump there, so higher top position. They'll see it coming, grab some time to roll out. So Right into his right. He jumped back.
You gotta come this weekend.
Well, that was a different. I don't think I know. They were like the new guys were coming. One song at a time. The guys who made it to like purple and above. Yeah, they're just animals, and they're strength training. Yeah, it's a full.
If that doesn't work and they're just holding you, go for that back take. Go up on top. It will become a scramble. Get used to like figuring out how to stay on top in a scramble.
But then you see, it's like everything they did was for somebody would get to half. They get both
Questions? Half guard, same side underhook, guys.
But he's a heavyweight.
That stuff is amazing.
It's less.
So many beautiful sweeps from there. It's easy to top.
He's mastered everything
His
else.
style is a strong style. That's why I wouldn't benefit from the same type of physical training that Ryan does. Just my style is a little more flexible, a little more.
Turkey's get ups and
Yeah,
shit
I
like
need
that.
more like functional stuff like that. Powerlifting wouldn't. They probably would in a little sense, but if you ever see the way he rolls, he smothers people.
Yeah.
He's not doing crazy guards. He's not doing anything too crazy. He's using very old school head arm controls, like very, very simple. Like really is just like very old school stuff. But he's just so roided up these days.
Other thing that
Yeah,
nobody
so
mentioned.
definitely some extra supplements will help him
He's
recover.
training real hard.
Yeah, he's got a little. His tummy hurts, so he needs a little something.